Alrighty guys, this is going to be one of the best Dell 304 moments in history. Well, it will be in a couple of weeks. I apologize for the beeping. It's my IRC client on the D600 here. I'm going to plug it in since the battery's going to die, but you remember when I got this thing back in April? Okay, I'm just going to mute it. Back in late April 2012. This was to replace my original Dell Latitude D500, which is probably, what the heck? I said I was, okay, you know what, forget it, it's just gonna beep, I don't care. This was to replace my D500, which my D500 was, I would say, the computer that I was most sentimental about out of all of the computers I've ever owned. The second being my 1501, which I'm also planning on getting. But anyway, back to the topic at hand here. Alrighty, sorry about that, I was interrupted. I forget where I left off. I think I was talking about like how my D500 was sentimental as crap and stuff. Alright, so back to the topic at hand. You know how my D500 is super sentimental to me, right? And I bought this thing to replace it. Well, while this is a much better computer in terms of specs, and just, you know, overall, it's just a better computer than a D500. It's just not the same. It really isn't. It doesn't feel the same to me. So, approximately, it is June 22nd, approximately 2 weeks and 2 years and 2 weeks, no, 3 years and 2 weeks after I got my D500. So, I present to you, after 3 years and 2 weeks, like I said, or 3 years and a week, or whatever the hell it is. I just bought this. This would be a Dell Latitude D500 with a 1.3 gigahertz Pentium M, 768 megabytes of RAM, and no hard drive, and no battery. Or actually, yeah, I don't think it comes with a battery. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, I got this thing for $25 plus $13.99 shipping, and yeah, this is going to be absolutely amazing once I'm done with it. Right now, it's just kind of, but once I upgrade it and stuff, it's going to be awesome. As you can see, it is the exact same computer, obviously, as my D500 I owned before. It has no volume buttons and no track point, just like, unlike this computer. And it also has the exact same stickers as the other one. This one has different stickers as well. Going ahead and zooming in here, you can see that we have the D500 BIOS here, obviously. And as you can see there, it has a 1.3 gigahertz Pentium M, the exact same processor. I know it's probably a Banyas Pentium M. I'm going to use the parts from my D600 to upgrade it. I know for sure I'm going to be taking the screen and the RAM and the hard drive, obviously. And I might be taking the processor, assuming that I can put a Dothan Pentium M in the D500. I think I can. And I'm going to be taking the battery. So this computer is just going to become a parts machine. Then I'm going to take the screen and the RAM from this one and put it in here, and then possibly the processor, assuming I can swap those. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure that the D500 supports a Dothan Pentium M, but I don't see why not. So assuming that goes as planned, this will have all of the D500's parts, the CPU, the RAM, and that's it. It's going to be missing a hard drive and a battery. So and it's going to have the old screen. So this computer is just going to be a parts machine. The reason why I want the screen, you might ask, is because it has the high resolution 1400 by 1050 monitor, whereas this only has 1024 by 768. So, assuming that the graphics card has enough horsepower, which I think it does, because this only has a 32 meg graphics card, while this has a 64 meg graphics card at the Intel 855 GM. So it should have enough horsepower to drive this higher resolution screen. But like I said, these are all very theoretical upgrades. I'm actually not sure if the D500 supports all of this, but either way, I'm definitely upgrading the RAM. And you know, I'm sure I don't see why not. I don't see why it wouldn't support any of these upgrades. So, assuming that I can upgrade all of that, I'm fairly confident that I can. It's going to be a very, very nice laptop once I'm done, and of course, more importantly, very, very, very identical to the one I had before. Not in terms of specs, but in terms of, you know, the whole computer. As you can see here, it's got a few scuffs and scratches on the top. I'm sure most of those will come off with, you know, WD-40, but if I have to take the top cover, I will. Like, if I have to just take the whole screen assembly and move it over to this one, I'll do that. I know it's compatible because they're the same goddamn computer, for God's sake. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. You know, there's the bottom. As you can see, you have an XP key there, nice. The battery, obviously there is a battery, and it's missing 2 of the feet, but I can rob 2 of the feet off of this computer and put it on here. I'm just going to make this computer as nice and as high spec as I can, so I can have my good old Dell Latitude D500 back, but it's not only back, but it's even better than the one I had before. So yeah, the only bad thing is that there's a long handling time after I'm paying. I just paid for it, and there's 5 business days of handling time, so it's going to take at least 10 days to get here, and that means July 1st to the 8th. So it'll get hit. Today's the 22nd, so it's going to take 1, maybe possibly 2.5 weeks to get here, but I don't really care. The wait is going to be definitely worth it. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, even though I know it already is. But just to recap, I bought this laptop for 25 bucks. I'm going to rob as many parts as I can off this laptop, transplant them into here, take its parts and put it into this laptop. That way this laptop will be in the best condition and as high specs as it possibly can be without me spending any extra money. And I might spend some more money on this computer. I'm not entirely sure. I'd like to upgrade the RAM a little bit too, and the hard drive, but I don't know. For now, I'm just going to take all the parts from this computer that I can and pop them in there, and then that computer will be nice and new and higher spec than it was. So yeah, I'm rambling on, but I'm just excited for this. I don't want to get too excited because I want to save that for the actual unboxing video, and I'm definitely going to be doing like an all-out upgrades on this, like I said 4 times already. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I can just talk all day about this, since I'm really, really excited for this. So yeah, see you guys later.